The root of Chinese Qigong. Common experiences for Qigong beginners. Trembling body. Body trembling is a very common phenomenon in Qigong practice. While this occurs most commonly in the limbs, sometimes you may also experience trembling in part of your torso. This is a spontaneous movement that happens without any intention on your part. There are a number of possible causes. One is when your qi is redistributing itself. When you have learned how to regulate your body and mind during Qigong practice, you'll be very relaxed and the qi will be able to get to certain places more easily than ever before. This extra qi flow may activate the muscles and cause them to tremble. Sometimes, during still meditation, when your body is very calm and relaxed, your upper body will swing forward and backward by itself, following your breathing. All of these phenomena during training are good signs. They indicate that you have had some success in regulating your body, breathing, and mind. Another cause of trembling, however, is overtraining. When your muscles are overexercised or overloaded for a period of time, your mind will gradually lose control of them. This will cause trembling and frequently also cramping. This kind of trembling happens most often in moving Qigong training, especially in martial Qigong. The third cause of body trembling is muscle tension. When the muscles are tensed, the qi will not be able to move smoothly. If this continues without improving, the qi will be disturbed and will cause the muscles to tremble or cramp. If this happens, you have not reached even the most fundamental level of body relaxation. If you are practicing Qigong correctly, the body may begin to tremble by itself. You should not use your mind to make this happen immediately. If you are doing this intentionally, you have lost track of how to regulate your mind. Warm and hot sweat. Warm and hot sweat is normal. When you are practicing Qigong, you are increasing the Qi circulation, which also raises the energy state of your body. Most of the time, sweating occurs during moving Qigong training, although it can also happen during still meditation. Many people think that during still meditations, since you are not moving, you should not sweat. As a matter of fact, they are wrong. In still meditation, even though you are not moving externally, you are exercising internally. When the qi increases to a higher level or higher quantity, it will appear on the surface of your skin and you will begin to sweat. When you sweat, your pores are open and you are vulnerable to the cold air. It's still meditating. In still meditation, make sure that your body is warm enough so that you do not catch cold. After you finish moving Qigong training, dry your body immediately and put on extra clothing if necessary. Do not expose your sweaty body to cold wind. Fright. Fright is one of the worst things that can happen during Qigong practice. It generally occurs for two reasons. The first usually happens to beginners during meditation. Sometimes in meditation, your mind is very clear, but you cannot center it. Your mind may then start to generate a fantasy or illusion. You may feel a cold draft and suddenly think that there is a ghost or evil spirit. Your imagination may come up with just about any kind of ideas to disturb you. If you cannot regulate your mind right away, you may start to believe the illusion and become very scared. The danger lies in the fact that your yi will no longer be able to lead your qi, and your qi circulation will become disturbed. If this happens during very deep meditation, you may cause yourself serious injury. It is therefore very important during meditation that your mind be clear and calm. The emotional mind must be completely controlled. If you experience this kind of fright, your yi is too confused to lead your qi correctly, so you should discontinue practice. There are several ways to help you collect yourself. The first one is to put your palms over your ears and tap your head by snapping your index fingers off the middle fingers. This is called beating the heavenly drum, Ming Tian Gu, and is one of the most common ways to help your mind to find its center. Alternatively, you may drink some hot tea or coffee, wash your face with warm water, or take a shower. The second type of fright can happen when you realize that your qi has been led into the wrong path. For example, suddenly your heart starts beating very fast or your head starts aching seriously. When this happens, your mind is usually disturbed and you are confused or scared. If this happens, do not stop. Calm your mind and move it away from the troublesome spot. The more you keep your mind on the area of concern, the more chi will flow there and become stagnant. This will worsen the situation instead of help it. Once your mind is calm, use it to lead the chi to your lower dantian. Sit still for a few minutes and gradually bring your mind back to your surroundings. Do not resume practice, but instead wait until the next session. Difficulty sleeping. It is very common for a Qigong beginner to have difficulty sleeping for a while. This is simply because you practice Qigong. Your mind is concentrated, clear, and calm, and your spirit is raised and focused. This raised spirit will prevent you from falling asleep. When this happens, you should regulate your mind. A simple way is to pay attention to your breathing, thinking every time you exhale that your body is becoming more and more relaxed. Do not use your yi to lead your qi, but just breathe and relax, and soon you will fall asleep. Coughing. Beginners sometimes have trouble with coughing during practice. There are several possible reasons. The most common reason is that the breathing is not being regulated smoothly. You may be breathing too fast or holding your breath. If this is the case, use your yi to regulate the breathing until you do not have to regulate it anymore. The second possible reason is that your body is not regulated correctly. For example, if you press your head backwards too much, the front of the throat will be tense and will cause you to cough. The third possible reason is that the air is too dry. When you practice, you often increase the flow of air through your throat. Dry air will cause you to cough. However, if you keep the tip of your tongue touching the roof of your mouth, you will generate enough saliva to keep your mouth moist. Sexual excitation. It is normal to have sexual feelings and even to be sexually excited during Qigong, especially when practicing Neidan. This is because you're starting to do abdominal breathing again, and this increases qi circulation in your lower body and stimulates the production of hormones in testicles and ovaries. While this increases sexual desire, you should remember that you are practicing Qigong to increase the production of hormones and use these hormones to raise your Shen. If you cannot regulate your mind and waste this extra supply of hormones in this excessive sexual activity, you are harming your health and perhaps even shortening your life. Sexual excitation is especially a problem in marrow brainwashing Qigong. This training teaches many methods of stimulation hormone production so that the hormones or the essence can be converted into qi to nourish the shen and brain. People who do not understand the training or who have a weak will may end up wasting what they have gained through their practice. That's all. Thank you. Bye.